Hi crafters, come on in. Welcome back to Simply Charlease, where new crafters like to hang out. Okay guys, today we're going to do another soap that I don't have a sample to show you because I've not done this before. I thought because Memorial Day and 4th of July are coming up, we do a patriotic theme. Like I said, I haven't done this before, but we're going to try it, okay? If you're interested, hang on. For this soap, we're going to use both the shea butter base and we're going to use the clear glycerin base. And I'm going to have to get me some more soap base because that's all that I have left. Okay, it's going to be done in layers. And my thought is we're going to do red, white, and blue, those 3 layers. And then I have this mold, and you see that star? We're going to use that star. You see that 3D on top. And we're going to use this square as our base. And I will try and find these, I know I can find the square mold on Amazon, and I'll link it below, and I'll see if I can find this. I'm not sure. I may have gotten this from Amazon. I don't know. But if not, I'll see if I can find something similar. All right. Okay. So we're going to need our thermometer. We're going to need our measuring spoon for our fragrance oil, alcohol for our bubbles. And the fragrance that we're going to use today is green apple. I've never used this one before, but I just thought I'd try it out. Of course, my glitter. And we're going to use red non-bleeding colorant. And we're going to use a blue non-bleeding colorant. All right. Now, ahead of time, I went ahead for the red layer and I cut up just 2 ounces of the clear glycerin. Okay, so that's going to be our first layer. And I'm going to go ahead and melt that and we'll get started. I'll be back. Okay, that only took 25 seconds. And the temperature is 167. So I can go ahead and add my colorant. And I was trying for 1 drop, but 2 drops failed. So let's see. Ooh. Okay. This actually looks kind of on the pink side. It's that, like I said, it's that non-bleed colorant. And I find that you have to use more of the non-bleed in order to get the deep color that you want. But you see, that looks kind of on the pink side. I'm not real thrilled with that. I want some red. Let's see. I'm going to take a chance and put some of the red that I know works. One more drop and see what that does. All right, guys, we're going to go with this. I am not thrilled with the shade of red, but we're going to go with it because we don't want it to bleed. All right, I'm going to use the green apple fragrant oil. I just did 1/8 of a teaspoon. Let's bring our mold in. And this is our first layer. Okay, let's see, can you see? Yep, you can see. I'm not gonna pour all of this in here. because I want to make sure that I got enough space for my white and my blue. Okay, one layer done. Now we're going to do our next layer. I cut up 2 ounces for the white layer also. Now what I did with this, I cut up some glycerin, clear glycerin, and the shea butter. Remember I told you in a previous video that if you were running short on your white soap base, you can always add clear glycerin to whatever you have and it'll make it white, okay? Now that's not the reason I'm doing this today. The reason I'm doing it today is because I think if the shea butter has some glycerin in it, it'll bind with my other layers better, okay? So we're gonna have to wait for this to not fully set, but to at least get a skin on it, and then we'll melt this, color it. No, this one won't have any color. We'll melt this one, put some fragrance oil in it, and pour the second layer. I'll be back. Our first layer is somewhat set. It's not 100%, which that's fine, as long as it's got a thick enough skin on it to where the next layer won't fall through, okay? So let's melt this combination of shea butter and clear glycerin and get our second layer in. It took about 35 seconds to melt that combination of clear glycerin and shea butter. All right, we're not going to add any color to this, and you see how that clear glycerin and the shea butter combination comes out completely white. So when you're running short on just the shea butter or whatever white base, don't forget you can make you some. All right, let's check the temperature. It's at 152. I'm gonna go ahead and add, let's see, can you see? Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and add 1/8 of a teaspoon of this green apple. It's supposed to be in the mid-90s here today. Yeah. Ooh, it's May and it's already sweltering. Ooh, the green apple smells pretty good. It's kind of subtle. Okay. I don't want to pour it over when it's too hot. So let's see what we got here. Oh, 140. Oh, that's fine. That should be fine. All right, guys, I cannot emphasize enough the importance of spraying your previous layer so that the 2 layers will bind, okay? All right, let's pour this second layer. I don't know what I always say that, right? And I don't know what we're gonna end up with, but it is an experiment. I'm trying to see if that's, I guess that's good enough. Okay. I wanted to try to make the layers a little bit on the even side. All right. So next thing is going to be our blue layer. But we have to wait for this one to get a skin on it before we pour that. So I'll be back. Okay, guys, while I'm waiting for this second layer to set somewhat, I'm going to go ahead and pour our star, okay? Let's see. Yeah. Can you see that? Yeah. All right. And so I have a little bit left over. And I'm hoping that's going to be enough. Oh, yeah, it's going to be enough for the star. All right. Spray the bubbles out. All right. Now I'll be back when that one sets. All right. This one has set somewhat. And so we're ready to put together our blue layer. I'll be back. All right, it took about 25 seconds to melt the clear glycerin. Check the temperature. It's at 158. I'm going to go ahead and add my no bleed blue. See what we come up with. Yeah, that's the only thing that I don't like about this no bleed. If I was using regular blue, all I would have had to do is add a drop, and this would have been blue, blue, blue. And this is it's real light. So you have to use more of this in order to come up with the color that you want. But by the same token, you don't want your soaps to, the colors to bleed into one another. So I guess, the no bleed, it costs a little more, and you have to use a little more. Let me get a napkin so I can, well, actually, I don't know if I can see. Yeah, I can see. I want to try to see what shade of blue that is. And it's, it's getting, oh, I don't know if you can see that, but maybe from the side, nah. Anyway, it's not quite as blue as I wanted, so I'm still adding color. All right, we're gonna go with that. Enough already, right? Okay, now let's add our green apple fragrance oil. Okay, and okay, give it a good stir. Let's get rid of these bubbles. Let me check the temperature before I pour it on top. Oh wow, I better pour fast. It's down to 125. All right, make sure I spray my previous layer. And we are going to just pour our blue. Yep. All right, guys. Okay. All right, we're gonna wait for this to set, and then we'll install our star embed on top, okay? The blue layer is set for the most part. My star is ready. So now all that's left for me to do is to get my overpour. And I'm just going to use the clear glycerin. I'm not going to add any fragrance oil or any color to this. I don't want it to get foggy, okay? I'll be back. All right, that took about 20 seconds. Let me check the temperature on this. 170. All right, here's my star. Let's unmold that. And I had a little blue and a little red left over, and so I just poured that. You know, I don't waste anything. I'll use that either with my business cards or in another project. Okay, and here is our star that we're going to put on top. Okay, let's see what we got here. Temperature wise, because we do not want to melt. We're at 149. Okay, that should be okay. All right, we're going to, let's see, can you see? Yeah. Make sure that you spray your previous layer and spray your embeds very good. Okay, and we're just gonna set it in the middle. Okay. And the idea is just to pour this over so that the embed will stick to the soap base, okay? So I'm just pouring it straight down around the embed. Okay, is that to the top? I believe it is. All right, guys. The only thing we have to do now is wait for this to set. I'll be back. Ooh, I forgot my glitter. You know I got to put my glitter on. Now, this container has some rather large holes, and I want to control the amount of glitter that I put on this because I want to try to concentrate on the star and try not to get much, if any, on the top of the soap. That's my intent, but if it doesn't work out, you know, hey, we won't be mad. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to cover all the holes but one, and I'm gonna put a rubber band around to try to, I don't know if this gonna work, guys, but hey, we gonna try it. Let me see. I don't know. All right, we're gonna try it. Just come on. Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. I got a tiny bit, but that kind of looks like sparkles coming from the star. So hey, that's okay. All right, I'm gonna stop there. And when this is all set, then we'll come back and unmold it together. Okay, I think we're set. But let me show you real quick the little bits that I had left over. I poured into this mold. And so I ended up with this red rose. I can definitely use that. And then I had some white and some blue. I don't think I would put this with a business card, but I can use it. Okay, and that was all I had left that I had that was extra. So let's see. Let's unmold. I'm always a little apprehensive when I get ready to unmold something that I've never done before. All right, let's see, guys. Red, white, and blue. What do you think? And we got our star on the top. I think that's pretty patriotic. What do you guys think? Now, the only thing that I would suggest that you do different, I got nervous and I added some regular red colorant to my first base because I didn't like the way that red was looking. And I'm thinking that maybe if I had just waited, the color would have changed. So I'm going to be using this soap myself, so I'm not worried about it bleeding. But if you were going to sell this or gift it, I think it would probably be a better idea to just stick with the no bleed red and just see how that changes. You know, if the color, the shade of red turns enough to you were happy with it. But I'm pleased with this. It looks very patriotic and the embed is in there really good. Now, the other thing, I would put the embed down a little deeper, but you know, I think this turned out pretty good. All right, guys, that's our creation for today. I will see you next time. Bye, guys.